Historic Square, a collection of Georgia homes and antiques.
Walking and not watching where you're going, aren't you?
That's life. I was moving slow at least.
Oh.
Floor. Look. Wow.
The mahogany secretary is believed to have been made in the 1700s in the southern
Wow.
colonies. The piano is circa 1790.
Look at the window looking out.
It's that leaded glass, huh? Original glass. You can see it. Some of it's been replaced, you can tell.
Just to even have any of it be real is amazing.
Yeah. Old stuff.
Little bitty
Look at
cupboard.
that old high chair.
It looks like one that's in the barn.
It's amazing.
That table's from the 1800s.
Yep.
From
And
around 1800.
Chippendale chairs to around 1775. The Sheraton style walnut sideboard right over there, 1840.
Wow.
Corner cupboard is Georgian, around 1830.
Oh my gosh. The mantle is a clock, but I don't see a clock.
I know.
Must be gone.
Yep. I love these floors.
Antebellum plantation. Children's bedroom.
The print on the far wall is by Currier and Ives from the mid 1800s.
Oh my gosh. How did that survive?
The andirons down there were made in Philadelphia from 1830 to 1840. That's an old-fashioned hot water bottle.
Oh my gosh.
That's a child's bathtub, that tin thing at the head of that bed underneath where the pillow is. That's a child's bathtub.
Like between the horse and the table?
So you got that little trunk, and then beside it you got that breast thing.
Oh my gosh.
It says the rocking horse in front of the bed is covered with horsehide and can be removed from the rockers to be pulled on a wheeled base. That was made in 1840 in Heflin, Alabama. That chest over there, chest of drawers. Cherry bed with mushroom finials dating to around 1845. On the bed is southern-made cotton quilt in the flower basket pattern.
Oh, I've seen that pattern before.
Yep. I love the walls. I look at the ceiling. Pretty daggone cool.
Master bedroom.
Mahogany drop leaf table with spiral turn legs from around 1830.
This one?
Mm-hmm. The blue painted blanket chest is a Pennsylvania Dutch. That's what my daddy was, Pennsylvania Dutch. Made dowry chest. It is initialed TGW 1820. That's neat. The linen bedspread has floral candle wicking patterns and cotton lace fringe, while the cotton quilts are in the six-pointed star and tulip designs. The portable commode.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's nasty. Ooh, wait till you see this brick floor down here. Oh my God, it's awesome. Wow, wait till you see this.
Whoa.
Wow. Look at this loom room. Oh my gosh. Look at the brick walls and stuff.
This is neat.
The large barn frame loom. It gets its name from the heavy timber frame, which is much like the framing of a barn. It's put together with wooden pegs so that it can be taken apart and stored when it's not used. It says in 1850, a young overseer named Hampton Shriver lived with Allens and would have needed a place to sleep, so they would have took it apart and put it in here. Very cool.
This flooring.
God,
There's another cubby hole.
isn't it? This is awesome. This was called the keeping room because it was a place for keeping the family together. The location on the lower level would be cool in the summer and easy to keep warm in the winter. It served as a central place for both work and play. The massive hand-hewn pine beams overhead both support the upper floor and create an intimate setting below. There's those hand-hewn beams. In the center of the room is an American dough chest table from around 1850. The tabletop tilts up to convert the table into a bench. The box underneath provides storage or a warm spot for raising dough.
Oh,
Way cool. A painted rocking Deacons bench is against the wall to the left. The musical instrument on the bench is a zither. It is played by striking the strings with a wooden hammer. The firearm laying on the bench is called a fowling piece. On the floor in front of the bench is a boot jack made from poplar. The heel of one boot was placed in the opening at the top to ease removal of high-top riding boots. I've seen those before. In the corner is a spinning wheel with yarn winder and flax hackle. The bundle leaning against the table is flax, and the object on the floor nearby is a flax comb.
This?
Flax is spun into linen, a popular fabric in early America. Yep, I'll bet that's it. The large pine hutch contains several pieces of English and French dinnerware as well as American pewter pieces, including the rare tea urn from the 1830s. The late Staffordshire style spaniels topping the hutch were a common decorative choice in this time period. Way cool! It's really nice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow! A warming kitchen. A warming kitchen is a special room in a house where meals were not necessarily prepared in full, but rather finished or kept hot until the family was ready to dine. The proper kitchen would have been a separate structure in the yard, what we always called a summer kitchen.
Mm.
The work table in the center of the room was made in the Southern American Piedmont around 1830. Laying on the table are doughboys, mixing bowls, and a rolling pin from the later 1800s. Where's that? Oh, that's cool. The stoneware crocks below are excellent food storage containers. In the corner is a Welsh dresser made of oak with scrolled shelves. It contains several pieces of English pewter, including a coffee pot and a pitcher. On the top shelf is an early tin named with earthenware faience jug made in France. Under the window is a meal bin made in the South around 1830. The bin is divided inside to provide separate storage for wheat and for cornmeal. Any meal prep was done at the fireplace. Hanging on either side of the hearth are cast iron tools, including a round wafer maker and a rectangular waffle iron. On the hearth are several spider pieces, including a pot, fry pan, griddle, and grill. Spider pieces have small legs to hold the bottom slightly above the cooking coals. In front of the hearth is a glazed earthenware coffee pot. The unglazed pot is for cream. Cool. Did.
Oh yeah, this is the first time you tried it on, huh?
That other one used to hurt my back down there.
Yeah, and it can go up even further than that. It was a lot lighter than that while ago. I've just put more in it.
I think that whale got it covered for safety, don't they?
Yeah.
Around 1826, this little cabin is believed to be the oldest building in DeKalb County. The logs are keyed or locked into place, making the corners of the cabin strong enough to withstand tornadoes. Dr. Powell was instrumental in promoting cordial relations with the Cherokee by providing them with lodging and medical care. He also served as DeKalb County Sheriff, and in the state legislature. The house was used as a field hospital in the Battle of Atlanta.
Wow.
Can't go in yet.
Mm.
Wow, it's bigger inside than you think.
This was a hospital.
Yeah. Not much room to work on people in there, but
Mm-mm. Medicine house. Thornton house.
this is Thornton House, Greene County, Georgia, circa 1792. Redmond Thornton, 1769 to 1826, built this house as the manor house for an indigo plantation on the Georgia frontier after relocating from Virginia in the early 1790s. The building style is typical of Federal-era architecture throughout the South. An interesting feature is the nogging construction of the walls. They are made with brick and then covered in wood siding. This produces an extremely strong and well-insulated house. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Look at this.
This is one you can go in?
Look how they weight so it closes.
Wow.
That's awesome. I love these brick paths through the garden.
It makes me think of Mary Poppins when he shoots the cannonball thing off every evening.
Yeah, this is a green one, so we should be able to go into it.
This is pretty.
Man, look at the brick. The boxwood garden and fence restored by Cherokee Garden Club.
Oh, we can go in.
Yeah, it's in green.
Ooh, dark.
I'm gonna let you go upstairs if you want to. I'm not gonna do steps. I'm afraid my feet got tarred. Food. Welcome to my parlor, it says. Look at that fancy fireplace. Good night. They need a new battery in their fire thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell that guy out front that their battery in their fire thing is tripping. In the Thornton house.
That name sounds familiar.
Master bedroom. It does, doesn't Boy, they like them big old 4-poster bed things, didn't they? High ceilings. I like high ceilings. Wish my house had real high ceilings. That'd be nice. In the dining room. Nice big dining room.
Dark colors. Look at the ceiling is even dark.
Yeah. It's weird, huh? Lace curtains. They always wanted lace curtains. Is she going upstairs?
They do it in like different language and stuff.
Yeah.
I can go up there and look at it. Spooky.
Yeah, it's freaky.
This is how I used to feel at Grandma Mary's house. Except it was red up there behind the curtain. And we'd be like, how far up the steps can you get? And then we'd chicken out. We'd get about this. Let's see. We'd get about this far and we'd be like, nope. But I can do it. I don't know what kind of light she had up there. I think it was just her curtain was red and then her night light thing was glowing behind it. I can't remember.
Probably.
Oh, it's got like a... Oh, Lord. Climb that mountain and then come here. You get...
That's why I ain't walking up on it.
Yeah. It has like a big hoop thing where you can sew on it. I don't know what them things are called. Does it have the information?
Like quilting things?
A hoop and stick. Oh, I might be making it up. It's a hoop and stick. I don't know. It looks like a quilt thing, but it's a hoop and stick.
For embroidery?
No, it's a play thing where the hoop goes and then the boy hits the stick.
Yeah.
But it looks like embroidery because the stick's sitting on top of the hoop. But I know what that toy is because I've seen it on TV. I watch those kind of shows sometimes. Oh, they got a boy's bedroom and a girl's bedroom. Did they always do that?
I don't know. If they had room, I guess. At my grandma Sargent's up in Pennsylvania, we always had a room that all the girls stayed in and one that all the boys stayed in.
Oh. Girl's house. Oh, all the way downstairs.
You can do it!
Oh, Lord.
You can do it! I'm so proud of you!
At least a ghost didn't touch me. I was very scared. Very scared. If it had been red up there, I might not have done it. But it was blue. It was blue.
You like blue in this house?
I made it. Yep. Almost looks like it's gonna rain when you step out of there.
Oh, I think it's gonna rain.
It's not gonna rain. It's not in the forecast. It wasn't when we left, at least. Here we go.
Plantation, Covington, Georgia, circa 1830. These cabins came from the Mount Pleasant Plantation, now called Graves Plantation. The framing in many of the clapboards are original. Slave cabins were generally very simple structures and varied in size depending upon the number of people housed inside. They were usually located near the work area of the slaves residing there.
They're so tiny.
Yeah. Top an attic, but look, you can't even hardly there ain't enough room to even stand up there. No insulation, no nothing. Pitiful.
This one don't even have a top thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that intricate thing back here.
You don't think that plastic goes with it?
No. It's full of I wonder if the water came in. No, it's been too dry here for that to still be full.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're trying to catch something or if they're feeding.
Huh.
No, it'd be on the floor.
That's interesting. It says barn, Gordon County, Georgia, circa 1830. This barn is a rare example of livestock barns found in Georgia in the early 1800s. On display are wagons, carriages, farm tools, and antique cotton gin. Farmyard, the vast majority of 19th century residents in what is now the Atlanta metro area live on small farms. This area features old livestock breeds that would have been kept on a Georgia farm in the mid-1800s. Guests are welcome to pet the friendly animals.
Look at the colors in this. It's very pretty.
When you think the barnyard builders would love to get their hands on these bins?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Ginning room?
Ginning room. Large cotton gin on display. I don't see a large cotton gin. I guess that could be.
That's not a cotton gin. That's like one.
Yeah, it says it is.
It's got cotton in there. You
Yeah.
gotta zoom in to see it.
It says it's cotton gin.
Kind of hard to see it because it's dark back in there. There's a chicken feeder.
Watch out for bees. There's bees on the wood.
Oh, yep. This looks like one of them barns.
Mostly I just see goats. You know it?
Mm-hmm. That's usually all there is to pet at these things.
Is that the little kid that was on the gondola with us?
Yeah.
What is that over there? Is that a pig? Moving around? There's something black over there moving around. We're looking at this little brick house back here.
Oh, yeah.
The necessary house. Jessie don't know what a necessary house is. Towns Plantation, Talbot County, Georgia, circa 1830. This small, handmade brick building includes a four-seater. Each hole is a different size, made to fit the largest to the smallest family member. Now you know what it is?
Is it a bathroom?
It's a bathroom.
Oh, gosh. You mean they had different sizes?
Different sizes, so the kids wouldn't fall through those.
Oh my gosh. I guess that was a good idea.
The necessary house.
That sure is fancy.
That's what my papa used to call the outhouse, the necessary house.
Necessary house. I think that's the fanciest outhouse I've seen.
Yeah. At least it's brick. You wouldn't get blown over in a tornado.
Oh gosh. Mm-hmm. Necessary house.
Vegetable garden. Homes customarily had vegetable gardens during this period. Our garden is framed organically as it would have been in centuries past, with no chemical pesticides or fertilizers. Note the variety of flowers planted throughout. These attract pollinators and discourage insect pests. And the cookhouse.
Is it this one?
Yeah, this is the cookhouse. Savannah, Georgia. All of our manor houses had their own separate cookhouses before they were moved here. Having a separate building for food preparation was normal throughout the South on both small farms and large plantations. While reducing the risk of destructive fires, this also removes strong smells and loud noises from the main house.
Oh, that's one of the fancier cookhouses I've seen.
Yeah, let's go back here and look at the garden first, and then we'll go in.
Oh, I can't wait to go in this one. I'd like to know how they keep it pesticide free organically, how well they do.
See, that's the back of that's the entrance to the cookhouse.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice big garden area, isn't it?
Yeah. Very pretty.
Lots of flowers around for the pollinators. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You got their beans growing. Look at the beans getting up. They're going to go up these strings. Very nice. Strawberry patch.
That's cool. Eh?
Looks like it's ending for the year.
Wonder how mine are doing.
Hard telling if we didn't get any rain.
Yeah. Oh, they still got some strawberries.
Yeah. You. Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah. They look good.
And that's a good idea, putting that little walkway through there so they can reach both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Oh, they got zucchini. This is the Davis House, Calhoun County, Georgia, circa 1856. This house was occupied by descendants of the original owners until it was moved to the park in 1961.
They moved this house?
Considered an excellent example of neoclassical architecture, the house has 14 rooms covering 6,250 square feet. The twin stairways on the front of the house represent welcoming arms and are supported by columns of handmade curved brick. Wow! The house has Palladian arches over the front and music room doors. Be sure to step around the Davis house to see the true front side facing the mountain. That's what we've been seeing from the road. We'll walk around it.
Yeah. I can't believe they moved this house.
Oh,
I figured it was here.
Well, I'm always a believer on starting on the left, so then go up the left.
Yeah.
Wow. The mahogany tea table in the center of the room was made in Ireland in the 1700s.
The what?
The
Table?
Yeah. It says the globes by the fireplace are a rare matched pair of celestial and terrestrial globes depicting the sky and the earth. They were made by C.F. Crunchley of Fleet Street, London in the 1700s. Wow. Very cool.
Aliens.
The only problem I ever have is their couches and stuff never look like the ones set on them because they don't look comfortable.
Mm-mm.
The bar, this part of our looks different than that other one.
Oh, I see a chandelier.
In this room, it would be so loud and so annoying.
Oh, that's a gaudy piano.
Yeah. Says that the Burl Walnut grand piano was made in London by John Brinsmead and Sons. On the piano was a pair of French Collinberg trays dating to around 1840. Yeah, it's not it. It's it.
I liked the one we saw a little go better.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes showing your money doesn't quite work out the way you want it to.
Look at the size of this light.
I know. That's what I said. I see a chandelier.
I wish it was lit up.
Now
bet
that I
thing's
like.
awesome. Look at the way the ceiling is. Wow. That's amazing. The chandelier is French Baccarat crystal and was made around 1850. The crystals are connected with small looped wires on either side of the main doorway are reverse paintings on glass dating to the early 1830s. Another piano made by NAB Company in Baltimore before 1849. Music room. Everybody always wanted a music room.
Mm-hmm. Whoop.
Master bedroom. That big them windows are.
Golly.
Amazing, ain't it?
So dark. I guess they couldn't really get bright colors, could they?
No, I'd fade out the materials and stuff. Can't let the light in, fade out the materials. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this bathroom.
Oh.
This room was used by the head of the house and his wife and was usually entered from the master bedroom. The other members of the family bathed and dressed in their own rooms. So they had to heat water on the fire and carry it in here.
This is a little different than we usually see.
Yeah. It's called a hip bath because you can only reach up to your hips in it. Only the very wealthy could afford the luxury of bathing in a full tub on a daily basis.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. It's almost scary, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A girl's bedroom. Oh, it's very pretty. Gosh, I just can't get over the size of them windows.
I know.
You'd have to have a 16-foot ladder just to wash them.
I would never wash them. I just let them go.
I do love these big old tall rooms, though. And the floors, they're awesome.
I wouldn't, because we put lights in the ceiling nowadays, and I would never want to climb up there and change the light bulb.
It says the Davis family had 3 daughters, Elizabeth Spears, Mary Adeline, and Ella Cornelia.
No sons.
Mm-mm. Very cool. Oh, we can't go upstairs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
My pants are falling down.
The attic.
Oh, this is another view into that. What did they call that? A parlor or something? That light.
Music room?
A formal dining room. Look at the size of that table.
The music room?
My goodness sakes. Oh yeah, music room, that's what they called it. That thing there looks like that piano.
Yeah, the walnut thing.
Mahogany sideboard to the left was made in Athens, Georgia in 1835. Didn't we see another thing somewhere along the way that was made in?
I can't remember. You've seen a lot. They sure like their chandeliers.
Yeah, awesome, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
It says the chandelier was made in America in the 1800s. That's all it says about it.
Well, at least they know that much.
It's got actual candles in it.
Oh, gosh, I'd be scared to climb up there and light them.
Yeah. Man, it's cool.
I wonder what those things are.
Love
She got things in them. What do they hold? Spoons? Are those spoons?
Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see what it says in here.
Look like spoons.
When hosting a dinner party, people like the Davis family would use their best dishes, silver, many fine wares. These are often introduced in a collection with many fixings. The 2 locking boxes on either side of the fireplace are for storing silver utensils. The small greenhouse in the corner demonstrates the Victorian need for housework. That's all it says about it.
Well, we know that.
And they locked their silver up so nobody could steal them. Smart people.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I've never seen those, so that's new.
I haven't either. That's amazing.
That's
I
cool.
was just showing what.
It says Davis has had 5 sons.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I guess that one was just
I
telling
guess,
about the
yeah.
girls because it was girls. They had 5 sons.
Man, they had a
Francis
lot of kids.
Edwin, Lemuel Herbert, William Walton, James Dickey, and Robert McFadden.
looks like a very grown-up room.
Does, doesn't it?
And it's very bright.
It says some of them would have slept in here, but some of them would have slept in the master bedroom or the attic too. It is bright. They got this room really bright, don't they? They have all the windows open and everything. And look, you can tell the sun's eating away at that material over there.
Yeah. They got an outfit laid out on there.
And it looks out onto the vegetable garden. This one does.
Wow.
Cool. Looks right out onto the vegetable garden. This has got another one with look at this curve. That's neat. With a brick floor in it. That's awesome. Got another. Oh, this is a whole lot better warming kitchen than that other one was. I guarantee you that.
Kitchen.
If they even make plate holders.
Wow.
A whole lot better than the other one, ain't it? It's got a huge table in it too. I guess this would be the summer dining room because it was down here where it's cooler, huh?
So this is summer dining room, and then they stuck the kids around the corner at that table.
Yeah.
They didn't even want them in here making noise.
I guess.
Gosh.
Pitiful. Pitiful.
That's what it sounds like. Spice boxes.
In-law suite.
I think we've only ever seen that one other time.
Pleasantly situated with views of the formal garden and of the carriage drive in front of the house. Wealthy families could enjoy elegant gardens like this one that were made solely for beauty and comfort. This lovely space is available for weddings or other rentals.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, and this place over to the left is called the Bride's Cottage, Savannah, Georgia. A feature of many plantations was a separate office built for business transactions. This building is currently not open to the public, but is available with a balloon down there. Wow.
Mountain. There's the front of the house. That's something, huh? Very cool.